All right, we ready, Paul?
Breathe in,
Go.
breathe in.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Good morning. My name is Paul Dalzell, and I am the worship coordinator of the Unitarian Universalist congregation. Welcome all of you, our members, our friends, and if this is your first time here, we welcome you and thank you for joining us today. If you are new to UUC, I'm sure you will find us an open, accepting congregation. We are the place, as a wise man once told me, if you don't feel you fit in anywhere else, you belong here. Today, we come together in what some call the fire communion. For a time in my past, I relied on a wood stove for heat. I lived in a log cabin, and we installed a huge fire brick-lined wood stove in it. Fortunately, there were several huge red oak trees that had blown down a few years before up the hill from the cabin. They fell downhill, so they were off the ground, but still within reach. I'd grab my chainsaw, a gallon of gas, and on a snowy day, head up the hill. Working in the woods on a fall or even a winter's day, with the woodpeckers and chickadees above, the deer and squirrels below, was good, clean work. As I cut each log off, they would go bounding and bouncing down the hill through the trees. Log bowling, I called it. Some were so big I'd have to quarter them just to be able to cart them over to where I could toss them down to my cabin. Then came the splitting. I mentioned these were red oak, dry and seasoned. Red oak splits so easily, I swear you could give it a harsh look and it'd just pop apart. As the nights grew longer and colder, I was so glad to have this fuel, which had already warmed me once, to warm me again. There is nothing like sitting beside a fire you built from wood you cut from a tree to bring a feeling of peace and accomplishment. Now, people have always known the fire was special. There was the great fire in the sky, the sun, which made the earth warm and night into day. And there were the smaller fires that people made, fires that cooked their food and kept them warm and brought them light. And so, people thought that fire was something sacred and holy. Some people even worshiped fire and said fire was a deity, like a god or a goddess. Other people said fire wasn't actually the deity, but just meant the deity was there. No matter what they believed, people all over the world gave fire a special place in their religions. They had fire in their homes, of course, to cook food and keep warm, and they also had sacred fires in their temples. They set sacred lamps on their altars. They lit sacred bonfires outside on the hilltops and in the groves. They placed sacred torches near the graves of those who died. We still do this today. In Washington, D.C., near the tomb of the unknown soldier, burns an eternal flame that never goes out. In churches at Christmas time, many Christians light 4 candles on an Advent wreath. During the 8 days of Hanukkah, Jews light the 8 candles of the menorah. And at Diwali, Hindus set small lamps around the house. And when Unitarian Universalists gather, we light a chalice. This is our sacred fire. Please join us in singing our welcome song. We sing it twice, and if you're comfortable doing so, greet those around you with a smile, a nod, or a hello. The words are in your order of service.
Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you. Whoever you are, we welcome you. Wherever you come from, we welcome you. Whomever you love, we welcome you.
Let's take a moment to thank all the volunteers and staff who work to make Sundays happen. Thanks to our Mike Foster for taking on the role of music leader today while Jamie's off, and to the UUC music makers, meaning and Sam, for all the work they do to bring us joy. And, as always, a big thank you to our congregational administrator, Sarah Stone, for her patience and talent in organizing these facilities, keeping us informed, and keeping this community of caring counterculture congregants operating. Today's service is being live streamed on Zoom. It will then be available shortly after it ends on YouTube. There is no Roots or Shoots religious exploration today because Carol is joining us for this with the service. And on Thursday, January 2nd, Spiral Moon Grove will, at 7 p.m., be hosting their first drum circle in the new year. They say, come join us, hope to see you there. And finally, if you would reflect on the year behind you, consider what you might be leaving behind today, burning it brightly so that it changes form and disappears. What parts of our lives, what things, ideas, people, ways of living have become obstacles to our becoming the people we want to be, the people we need to be? What's holding you back? What's getting in the way of you living as fully as you'd like to? What might you burn away? What will you relinquish? In your order of service is a small piece of paper and a Post-it. Carol will talk to you later about the Post-it. The small piece of paper is specially treated paper that we thought evaporates in fire in a flash, leaving no ash or residue. Instead, we got papier d'Arménie, or Armenian paper, which is actually a type of incense that has been produced for centuries. It will still burn, as paper does, it's just not magic. It will smell good, though. During the service and before the ritual, write a word or two on the paper. Nobody will see it except you, the flame, and the universe. We will then ignite your paper in our fire pit. Our opening words are Let Go by Lois Vandeleer. Let go of all that binds you, of all that burdens you, of what you carry, of all that shames you, of fear, of trespasses and transgressions, of woundedness. Let go of guilt. Let go of anger. Let go of small-mindedness and pettiness, of ways of being that no longer work for you, of compulsions that consume your living. Let go of what you cannot change. Let go of regret, of that which haunts you, let go of pain, let go of ways in which you missed the mark. Let go. And now, if you would, please rise in body, spirit, and voice as you are able for our song for all, We Would Be One.
Okay, it's on 318. All right, we need your voices there to make up for our density here. So I'll play, Sam's going to do the chords, I'll do the melody once, and then we'll do both verses, just to get it on time with 2-2. 1, 2. Slow it down. 1, 2, 3. We would be one as now we join in singing our hymn of love to pledge ourselves anew to that high cause of greater understanding of who we are, and in us is true. We would be one in living for each other, to show to all a new community. We would be one as now for tomorrow, a nobler world than we have known today. We would be one in searching for each meaning, which binds our hearts and points us on our way. We would be one in living and in service, with love and justice, strive to make us free, free.
Now, as Maria lights our fire pit, please join me in reading the words which are in your order of service. It is In This Time of Uncertainty by Amy Williams Clark. Just use the lighter and it'll go right up. We gather in this time of uncertainty, full of unknowns, as angst closes in upon us. We light this chalice with a flame that draws us together. With this flame, we cut through the dankness of isolation and are warmed by the fires of our interconnection. For this moment, this radical moment, we find a certainty within the noble bonds of love and community. We come to this place of sanctuary, whether in person or virtually, to connect with the greater good, to do good, and to be better. Part of sharing what is of worth is sharing our joys, our celebrations, our sorrows, our concerns, our peace, our help, and our needs. It seems someone is still writing in the Joys book. And Marion, would you bring that up to me when you're done? If you don't mind. No. Okay. No. Okay. Well, then I don't really need it. The world is without joy today. Yes, Betsy. Mm-hmm.
There's a joy for our congregation, even the ones who aren't here. We hold them all together in our hearts. And
a joy for our congregation, even the ones that are not with us today, and all you yous in the country and in the world. Is it close? Carol?
Something else to say?
I was going to switch to a concern I had written down, but that was all.
Go
If
ahead.
you have a joy, do so.
Okay. This is a meditation. It's called Blanket Fort Prayer. And I think Blanket Fort, I'm not sure what that means, but I think it's a place. Meet me at the altar of banned books, Blanket Fort Sanctuary. We will dance to a chorus of children's laughter. Meet me in the joy, the sorrow, beneath the rainbow banner. Bring your questions, cares, concerns. Bring your glitter in your pocket and the sparkle in your smile. Bring your heavy heart, your favorite mug, your very best swear words. Set down your very bravest face and meet me in the heartbeat between what has been and what will be. Meet me in the flicker of our eternal flame. Okay, this is going to be a problem. There we go. We need not face this moment alone. Blessed be. That's by Helen H.P. River.
A concern for those who are houseless in this bitter winter weather, and for the hearts of those who condemn them and make their lives harder. Our meditation, although I think it just started with words, we're going to move to a meditation with music, and it is meditation on breathing, which is 1009 in the Teal hymnals, if you would like to sing along.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep this going a little bit, sort of droning, and build it. So if you want to come in on the bottom line first, breathe in, breathe out, and then Sam's going to move in with the second one. You could do that, and then and then I'll go in with the third one. Okay. Sure. So just keep it going for a while. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out.
When I breathe in,
Breathe in,
I breathe in.
breathe out.
When I breathe
Breathe in,
I breathe
breathe out,
When I breathe
breathe in,
I breathe
breathe out,
When I breathe
breathe in,
I breathe
breathe out.
When I breathe in,
When I breathe in, I breathe in peace.
when I breathe out,
When I breathe out, I breathe out love.
When I breathe in,
When I breathe in, I breathe in peace.
when I breathe out,
When I breathe out, I breathe out love. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I breathe out love. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. Without guitars. Breathe in, breathe out, Breathe in, breathe out.
Do you want to read your meditation a second time, or we're good with that? Carol?
Sure.
You're welcome either way.
Yeah, well, I'll read it again.
Okay.
I like it. My computer's not exactly cooperating. Some things appeared that don't have anything to do with us. This is a blanket fort prayer. Meet me at the altar of banned books, Blanket Fort Sanctuary. We will dance to a chorus of children's laughter. Meet me in the joy, the sorrow, beneath the rainbow banner. Bring your questions, cares, concern. Bring the glitter in your pocket and the sparkle in your smile. Bring your heavy heart, your favorite mug, and your very best swear words. Set down your very bravest face and meet me in the heartbeat between what has been and what will be. Meet me in the flicker. Okay. Meet me in the flicker of our eternal flame. We need not face this moment alone. Blessed be.
Please join me in reading our unison affirmation. The words are in your order of service. Love is the spirit of our faith, and service its law. This is our great covenant, to dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another. Our introduction to the time of giving is by Erica Hewitt. And I'm going to throw in that I'm kind of fanboying about Erica Hewitt. She leads with the UUA, the worship associate, and just worship in general. As I've seen great videos, and every time I read her words, I'm more of a fan. So, the offering that we take each Sunday isn't just a stale habit. It's an opportunity to recommit to this place and these people. Our offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of our faith. May our offering help us practice Unitarian Universalism within and beyond our congregation as tools to empower our mission. And our congregation's mission is to build a loving community and to increase justice in our neighborhood and beyond.
Now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. Bright, sunshiny day. Bright,
A bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now. The pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, oh bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Some of these words are also from Erica Hewitt. The new year calls us forward, filled with mystery. As we turn toward the new year, we take a final glimpse of the past year and reckon with all it held for us. As I mentioned earlier, in your order of service is a small piece of paper and a Post-it. Again, in a few moments, Carol will talk to you about the Post-it. The small piece of paper will still burn. This papier d'Arménie, or Armenian paper, is actually a type of incense that has been produced for centuries. It is infused with essences, fragrances, and essential oils in order to achieve a perfuming or cleansing effect. If you would, reflect on the year behind you. Consider what you might leave behind today. We'll burn it brightly so that it changes form and disappears. What parts of our lives, what things, ideas, people, ways of living have become obstacles to our becoming the people we want to and need to be? What's holding you back? What's getting in the way of living as fully as you'd like to? What might you burn away? If you haven't yet, write a word or two on the paper. No one will see it except you, the flame, and the universe. For the next few minutes, music will invite you forward so that you can put your paper in the fire. The flames will take it. As flame takes the paper, let it go. If you're more comfortable, I can burn your paper for you. The fire will do the rest. If the past year held joy and growth for you, may that sweetness continue to bless you. If the past year held pain and bitterness, may you be relieved of those burdens and renewed for the journey ahead. Let us look to the new with hope, with curiosity about its many unknowns, and with faith in our strength to navigate it with grace. And now, I'm going to introduce Carol, or bring Carol on, who has some thoughts about facing this new year.
In your bulletin, you have a Post-it note. I would like you to think about this upcoming year, not the Post-it note. Although, don't forget that. Forget what's his name, resolutions, and think about yourself. What would you like for the new year? What would bring you joy, satisfaction, fulfillment, serenity, or anything else? If you think of something now, write it down and take it home. Put it on your fridge or in your bathroom mirror. Focus on whatever you choose and try to achieve. Now, that's a little bit different than a resolution. You know, they don't work. I've never had a resolution that I made that I ever kept, probably more than a day or so. My computer's things are popping up that shouldn't be there, so if I stop, just be patient with me, and I'll try to be patient with the computer. Anyway, if you think of something now, write it down, take it home. As I said, put it on your fridge or on your bathroom mirror. It could be anything, like getting out in the woods more, playing games with someone or alone. Things that you can do, you need to find more satisfaction, peace, and other good things. Now, I don't like to tell people what to do, but this particular article that I found was how to deal with after you've had a bad year. And maybe some of us had, but I know parts of the year have been horrible. But maybe you've had some good things that happened to you. Okay. Move. Things that you can do to find more satisfaction, peace, and good thing. These are good things. These are from the article. Get active. Do something about that which you are most worried about, such as climate change, drug abuse, animals, homelessness, or some other thing. There are all kinds of organizations dedicated to working towards a better world. Ask around. Sarah knows all these organizations if you really are looking for something, and she can put you in touch with somebody. Check out the internet. You might make some great friends while you're at it. Reflect on the past year. Take time to acknowledge the challenges that you faced and the emotions associated with them, allowing yourself to feel them without judgment. Practice gratitude. Focus on the positive aspects of your life, even small things, to shift your perspective and foster optimism. Create a self-care routine. Develop a morning or evening routine that includes activities like meditation, deep breathing, journaling, or gentle exercise. Prioritize physical health. Eat nutritious meals, get regular exercise, and ensure adequate, okay, there it went, and ensure adequate sleep. Engage in relaxing activities. Spend some time doing things you enjoy, like reading, listening to music, taking a warm bath, or spending time in nature. Set realistic goals. Instead of focusing on drastic things, set small, achievable goals for the new year, and then align them with your current needs. Connect with loved ones. Spend time with supportive friends and family who can offer emotional support. I have a personal thing in this section. I have a sister who I haven't contacted for several years, and I'm going to try and reconcile with her. First of all, I'm sending her a letter telling her that I want to contact her and reconcile with her. And she has a birthday coming up in the beginning of January, and I'm going to tell her in the letter that I will call her around her birthday, so that it isn't something out of the blue. And I hope it works. Seek professional help if needed. That's so important. If you're struggling to cope with the effects of a difficult year, consider therapy or counseling to process emotions and develop coping mechanisms. That's enough of the advice. By the way, did you realize that wonderful things and marvelous things happen in 2024? And here are just a few. It was a great year for women's sports, especially in basketball. And not to mention the Olympics, Simone Biles and some of the other female athletes. We got to see a solar eclipse this year. Sarah McBride, a Democrat from Delaware, was elected to the U.S. House of Representatives. And she will become the first openly transgender member of Congress. Yay! Amazing developments in physics. New insights into black hole shadows from the Event Horizon. The Event Horizon Telescope. Okay, let me say that again. Amazing developments in physics. New insights into black hole shadows and the Event Horizon Telescope. The discovery of a galaxy formed just 1 billion years after the Big Bang. Potential breakthroughs in quantum computing, surpassing previous records, and the possibility of portable antimatter. That's a big one. You have to think about that one. And breakthroughs in quantum computing surpassing previous records and the possibility of portable antimatter through the BASE experiment. Universities, and this is the one that's blowing my mind, universities all over the world, if they have a cosmology department, they're looking to find out what happened before the Big Bang. Are they going to find God? Are they going to find a machine? What? What? I just can't even imagine what became before the Big Bang. And they're working on it, and there's all different ideas, you know. The multiverse is one of the ideas. I guess that's a possibility. And all kinds of other things that are just way out there. But I hope I live long enough to find out what they figure out, but they probably won't, because there's multi-theories, but everyone they've tried to works to a certain extent, but there's always a flaw. So anyway, I want to know what's behind the Big Bang. There's a new medication for schizophrenia and a non-opioid painkiller. Since Roe was overturned, there have been 18 reproductive rights-related statewide ballot questions. Abortion rights advocates have prevailed on 14 of them and lost on only 4 in this last election. They amended the Constitution in 5 states to guarantee the right to an abortion. You know, the legislator asked the governor of justice, why didn't he propose a vote on abortion rights? And he said, because it would lose. So that tells you a lot there. Any illicit drug use other than marijuana declined among 8th graders, with 3.4% reporting use in the past 12 months compared to 4.6 in 2023. Now that's kind of small, but it's a start. And I hope it's the beginning of a trend. There have been so much other stuff going on. Culture is flourishing, as are literature, movies, theater arts, etc. Did you know that there is a company right now that is designing and building, I guess they've got some prototypes, of habitats for Mars? They're printing them, you know. I don't know how 3D printers work, but that's how they're doing it. Anyway, there's so much going on, and so much of it is interesting, fantastic, and good. So anyway, when you're thinking about the coming year, know that we know that some bad things are coming down the road. We know that. But there's going to be a lot of good things too. And we can focus on those. It's time for our song, Old Lang Syne.
You all know this? Should
Old acquaintance be forgot, and may old lang syne, put old acquaintance be forgot, for old lang syne. Old lang syne, for old lang syne, we'll drink a cup of wine for old lang syne.
We have a blessing for the new year. May many Unitarians, Universalists carry each other, by Beth Von Holland. Let's forget the pressure of resolutions and spend time in healing community instead. In this new year, may we leave behind the weight of unfilled resolutions, unrealized dreams, and of unrealistic expectations. May we unpack the heavy weight of stories that tell us we are unworthy and unlovable. May we remember that we each carry inside of us the spark of the divine. In this new year, may we carry kindness, gentleness, and hope that hold us through even the hardest days and the most daunting risks. May we carry the weight of memory that reminds of us who we are, and the weight of spirit that reminds us that we are still becoming. May we carry the seeds of knowledge that teaches us that improvement and growth aren't linear and individualistic, but are cyclical and communal. May we carry the wisdom to seek rest and connection, to lean into mutual care. And may we carry the certain belief that when we have patterns of thinking and behaving that harm ourselves and others, that we can seek resources that will help us move towards healing. May we carry the knowledge that happiness and success take many shapes, and one of those shapes is purpose. May we carry purpose lightly, trusting that it changes and evolves and surprises us. This year we may carry space for all our flaws, all our longings, and all of our love. Remember that truly daring adventure of life is not to be better, best, but to show up wholly, authentically, and lovingly as ourselves. May we carry these prayers and carry each other into the new year. The service is over. Go in peace. As you leave this sacred peace, remember the service with joy. Have a joyous new year, everyone.
I'll do the chords before. Let's do part A with the chords.
To joy. Happy New Year, everybody. And if you feel like dancing, maybe they'll play a few licks of that. You want to dance on the way out, feel free.
The grandmothers would get up
She wants us to go through this one more time if people want to.
and, okay.